Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Grimburkwulf, and this is Out of Ore. I have made some changes, and the wind might catch the door and slam that. That's going to be fun. Alright, come on now, don't do that. I have made some changes. I revamped my oil refineries. I don't know why they are not running. On. Alright, I revamped the oil refineries. So now we're getting 6 barrels a second. Which is yielding, I mean, you just see it go. That's great. Except, it's actually 12 barrels a second. Because I have 3 more. Yep, everything still says 60. Good. It was actually a pain to get these things formatted right because the flows were blocking each other because they were too close together and whatnot. I don't know how to explain. Basically, this unit here was over one more piece. It was in this void here. And for some reason, it was too close to that generator or something. And so it was literally deadheading right here. And wasn't flowing in here. You know, so I had 3 pumps going, but only 40 crude oils being processed into oil. So that was a learning curve. Yeah, getting this situated like this was a pain, but we got it. Let's see here. I did purchase. Oh, I'm all over the place. I did purchase the smallest of loaders, as you can see, and I was using it to mess with the land over here by my oil pumps. But I'm going to utilize that with the smaller dump trucks as well. Let's see here. Our first dozer is sitting here on the pad. Our big dozer is right here. I had a comment, and I really do appreciate the comments, guys. I don't get a lot of them. I think I've only got 40-something subscribers at this point in time, which it's not about the subscribers for me. It's I just enjoy playing games, and I like sharing my games. So, but one of the comments asked about the the dozers, and whether or not they move or delete dirt. And the answer is yes. Some of the dirt is moved, some of the dirt is deleted. As you push the dirt along, it starts to mound, and you start climbing up it. So you are actually pushing the dirt around, which is pretty cool, realistic. But I'd say maybe a third to half is deleted. But this, yeah, I'm gonna carve this area out more because I want this road all the way to the mine to be level and smooth. So I figured I'd play around with the loader. I keep calling it a loader. The dozer this round. Now, the way it's sitting, the shovel, the blade, the way it's sitting, it looks like it's not. It looks like it's not on the ground, like it's sitting above, but it is actually right at the level it needs to be. So when you deploy this thing, the blade is perfect. You don't have to change it hardly at all, at least in my experience. And of course, if you deploy it onto a concrete pad that's flat, your push will become pretty flat. So we're going to see how well this works. See, I'm starting to climb up now because the dirt is too much. Lift my blade. There we go. Alright, so I said in a previous episode you don't want the blade to lift the front end. So when you see I'm lifting the front end, you don't want that. You want as much track as possible. So about right there. And lift the blade up. And of course, my trackball is curved a little bit, or curved. My mouse is angled, so every time I lift my blade, I end up making it all sideways. So as you can see, this is a relatively smooth cut. There's a little bit of a hump right here, minor details. Relatively smooth hump, another hump right here. But this is acceptable. I could run a roller over this, flatten it all out, and it'd be smooth. We could even pave that. I am going to have to modify here a little bit, which, again, I'll just take the dozer and push. So relatively smooth. These bumps that we're seeing, I think we got one here, we got one over there. I dug it into the concrete and dirt a little bit, so that's what that lip there is for, which unfortunately every time I come off of it now, it dips my blade down slightly. So I got to be conscious of that as I'm coming forward. But you did notice that the dirt over here is getting strewn out. It's getting pushed along. So, and we've only taken very little off the top. We're not digging this blade in and truly, you know, moving a mountain, if you will. We're just trying to smooth out the ground. Now, throughout that whole process, I was balancing my blade a little bit, so you'd see micro movements where I'd go up and down like this. But then you might have also noticed that the blade pitched forward and back a little bit. So as I'm cutting the ground, depending on what my vehicle is doing, I'll stop yelling over the engine. Depending on what the vehicle is doing, I'm just doing these micro adjustments with my mouse and keyboard as I'm moving along to try and get as smooth a cut as possible. So if I see my cab start to jitter and vibrate a little bit, I will angle the blade to be sharper to cut, because there might be something harder I'm hitting in here. And I want to make that as smooth as possible. So one of the tricks that I learned, make sure it's all the way up. One of the tricks that I learned was to watch your cab. So as you can see, when I'm backing up, the cab is relatively stable. Right at the top, if you like where the lights are at the top, that's where I'm looking. So if I look at my cab and I see that it's not moving, we're doing all right. We're going up and down a little bit. Relatively stable. But all this dirt that we have here was dirt that we scraped off the top over there. So it does push the dirt. There should be more, so it does delete the dirt. And I hope that answers the question with does the dozer push or delete? It does both. My other thing that I like to do with the roads especially, and I need to get into using the grader. I haven't tried that yet. But I need to get into using that, but I usually just use the loaders. You put a GPS on it, make sure that blade is absolutely level, and go, and you start making just the smoothest roads. So depending on how much time you want to take, plus the buckets fill up, so that's the other annoying part, if you will. Just wanted to see if I could blend this so I don't have to mess with it right now. Just blend it for the sake of my dump trucks. Okay, so dump trucks should have no problem getting up that. Yeah. All right, let's just move this out of the way. Blade all the way up. I can't believe I spent millions of dollars on concrete. Now you can gather the resources to make concrete on your own, which is ideally more what you want to do anyway. But the cheat code, it's not a real cheat code. It's overpowered money sources. The oil refineries. When you do that, you know, and who cares if you spend almost $10 million on concrete, you know? Let's see here. What do we unlock at 40? Let's have a look. Store. Let's go vehicles. Rock trucks. So level 40, we get this next big rock truck. That's going to be awesome. I wish it would tell me how much money it is. Let's see, excavators, that's a level 50, 60, 60, 50. Okay. Loaders, 45. That's what I'm looking for. I need the loader. I need the big one. See, paving, we have everything. Dozers, we have everything. By the way, this dozer here is it's basically the DX. It is the DX 900, but it's got a 6-way blade, so you can actually angle it sideways like a grader. But this is great for finishing roads if you don't know how to utilize the grader. I've used this one before. I might buy one just because I don't know how to run the grader in this game right now. But this it's good for articulating your blade and making the dumping the material off to the side versus just straight up pushing. Let's see, that's dozers, graders. We have both of those. I'm hoping we get more variants. Attachments we don't care for. The drone, I'm not going to waste money on the drone. I do want to get tunneling at some point. I think it'd be fun to build a proper tunnel. We have all the trucks. And then the fuel truck, which I think we bought the fuel truck. Yes, we did. It's the far corner one. Let's see. So what's on the agenda today? I just wanted to demonstrate the dozer. Okay. Well, let's get ourselves see if we can't hit level 40 and get ourselves that new truck. This is almost done. If I can sell 2 stacks, that might put me. This one is practically done. Let's see, I've got some dynamite, pay dirt. Oh, you know what? Oh, pardon me. One of the things I did not check, because I've run a couple of big trucks, is I did not check my storage. I'm guessing I gotta turn a generator on again, huh? Yeah. Okay, I thought I had stuff in that hopper. Not a lot of material, but again, we haven't been doing a lot of pay dirt. Like our pay dirt area is right here for now. But then over yonder, there is some pay dirt along with the coal. Okay, so I'm at basically the start of the mine. So we got the coal, we got pay dirt. There's pay dirt, regular dirt. And I have spent just time opening this up, filling up this truck. Weird. It says there's no load in it, but there's a load in it. That's got to be a glitch, right? I expanded the pad for the truck. And the question I'm having now is, how do I want to approach this? Because I do have this sort of road coming up. And I could put vehicles on this and go up, start mining at the top. Or I take this whole bench out. Like, I'd like to be able to put the big truck right here with an excavator on top of this bench and just dig from the edge there and dump. Dig, dump. I might actually do that. Okay, so what needs to happen is I need to clear this bench access, essentially. You see how smooth this access is too? Like, this machine does not bump a lot. That's just putting the blade at level and going forward. Well, that's exactly what I mean. Having that GPS is great for this reason. So a perfectly smooth line, just move forward. Load, load, load. Oh, I didn't turn the generators on. I wish these generators would just stay on. That's pretty cool, though, being able to watch the dirt. So, I feel silly. Don't know why I didn't think about it before. I have a couple $1,000,000. I could just buy concrete ramp pieces instead of having to mine all of that out with the loader, and I could just put ramp pieces in. So that's an option. I have built a ramp over there now. You can see the truck is now up on the lip versus down below. I'm going to demo out all of the conveyors and stuff over there because we're going to go to excavator operations here. I do need to finish cleaning this up, but we're not going to do that right now. Let's see, inventory, $8 million. I think we'll hold on to that because at level 40 we get a new truck. We don't know what that costs. I did buy a bunch of dirt, and I'll show you guys why in a minute. We have our truck. We'll put the truck in here. Let's see here. Everything's on, everything's going. Except the excavator. We don't have the excavator yet. Alright, so you guys can see I built the ramp here. I don't know what I'm doing exactly here. I'm throwing money at concrete to resolve my issues. So, I think what I'm going to try to do, though, is I'm going to try to use my excavator to open up this area and fill this truck. She's looking filthy. I don't have my other joystick set up. Ooh. And all of this is just uglier than sin, so we're going to have to definitely work on this. I might angle out these cones to like here. Actually, yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. And the reason being is I want a wide approach for the vehicles to come through. Yeah, I definitely need a wider approach for the vehicles to come through. And I think that if I can open it up more, it'll look better in the end. It won't be tight trying to get like the dump trucks past each other. Not that there's multiple dump trucks, but I just think it would look better than a teeny tiny narrow road. Now these narrow roads would be fine if I was running small equipment and regular dump trucks, which that's not half a bad idea. Maybe on another season, maybe we'll stick to smaller equipment, less strip mine, more gravel pit. I don't know. I definitely want that bigger loader because this is tiny. All right, let's get the excavator and the bucket. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, it is the B140. Okay. Hold up a sec. Let's just look at something real quick. Let's go excavators. Excavators. So this is the one we just bought. Not just bought, but the one we bought right here. We could get this big reverse bucket. That's actually, I think, the same machine. Just fixed bucket, not various attachments. I wonder what the difference between this one. Let's see here. Capacity 3.7 meters squared. Or not squared, cubed. Wait. Yeah. Oh my god, I need more coffee. Versus this one. Alright, fine. B140 attachments. 2.8. So that's a small bucket. How big is that one? 3.7. So what's the difference between this one, the Cheriton, and the Arvik? Same size bucket. Interesting. Well, you know what? I don't mind spending, $500,000 on another piece of equipment, so maybe I'll just do that. I mean, I could buy, like I said, one of these massive, holy shit. Oh, that's cool, but I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna buy this thing. Why? Because we can. Alright, so let's... Yeah. Oh my god, that bucket is so puny compared to this thing. Oh, shit. Okay. Well... Give me 1 second, I definitely need my second stick. Let's back up a little bit. There we go. Too close to the truck. Okay. We are getting there. All right. Not as easy as I remember. I actually think the truck is in a terrible spot, so what we'll do... is we'll put the truck right here, because we're trying to dig out all of this, right? So, let's see here. Flatten this out a little bit. Yeah, we definitely gonna need bigger, badder excavators. I cannot wait till they get us the oh, what's it called? The big oh, I forgot what it's called. Big wheel. Go a little better. It's gonna take me a little bit to get used to my new key mappings. Every little boy's dream, playing at the dirt. I think that's why I went into construction, honestly, was Tonka toys were my favorite. But I had my John Deeres too, so, you know, growing up on a farm, you gotta have your John Deeres. Being in construction, though, I think most of my equipment's gonna get painted orange because I was in Kubotas for so long. Or maybe grays because I was in the Terex or the T-Rex, whatever the heck you guys want to call it. I wonder if I can push the dirt. No. That would have been cool. I think that's something the developers need to add. That'd be just awesome to be able to actually push the dirt inside the bucket, the bed of the dump truck there. So, as you can see, it's very important to have your bench set up relatively smooth and flat, because otherwise you get stuck in like these little cavities and it just bounces you around. Now, what I'm trying to do here with the machine I'm trying to do it in, wildly inadequate. Like, you see the hole we got? Decent little hole, but for all that work, I mean, it's a tiny bucket. In reality, that's a tiny bucket. This thing is better for, I don't know, digging trenches and foundations for building, not strip mining the side of a mountain. So, but we don't have the levels for the big boy yet. I do want to do one thing as well. We're gonna buy it. Wait, which one's which? The 4,000 or the 500? Oh well, 4,000. Let's see here. 5.2. 5.8. Why? Why is this one more expensive? 109,000. See, power 873. 15.2 capacity. Check this one. Wait, am I retarded? Don't answer that question. Capacity is 15.2. 5.8. What did I click on? I had the wrong machine, I think. We're gonna buy this one. Fucking dummy. Okay. Where'd my coffee go? There it is. Now, I am not a fan of the front scoops. Just my personal opinion, not a fan. They're cool, but I just, yeah, not my favorite. Okay, well. That was terrible. We just dumped a lot of dirt on the ground there. And that's why I hate the front scoops. They're just not... I'm not very good at talking about them because I don't know much about them. I've never run the front scoops. I've just never liked the concept of it. You guys just watch me make a fool of myself and use it like a loader. Whoa, why are we dumping? I said track right, please. Thank you. we're making a mess here. You know what? Let's just... Oh, swapping paint. Somebody call the safety man. Okay, that's just weird to me. That concept. Gotta figure out something better here. Like if I was mining a bench, like if this truck was down, say here, if it was down on this, and this excavator was up here, but I was mining that wall, it would have to all be close together to make that more viable. Interesting. Alright, so I got my controls down with dual stick, I think. I tried to map them in ISO instead of cat. But I don't remember because it's been 10 years since I've run equipment, since I am now the safety man. Nobody likes the safety man. So, you know, it's, I really want to get back into equipment now. That's one problem with this game is every time I get in these machines, I'm like, I reminisce about the days of just moving dirt. building the foundations, you know, building gets put on what I built. It's just a lot of fun. So, so we play a little around with the excavators today. We're gonna derp around with that. I think next episode maybe, because I know I just dropped what 1.7 mil on it, so we're gonna use it. Just got to figure out how. I do want to get, when we hit level 40, I do want to get the new dump truck. I want to know how much bigger it is. Oh, before we go though, let's go over to our oil refinery and see how those are doing. Yeah, alright. That one's full. And that one's full. We might hit level 40 here, folks. Let's just see. So. Oh. Yes, sir. Alright, bye. What is it? Rock truck? Rock truck. There it is. There it is. $4.5 million. Alright, well, we got the money. Now, moment of truth. We gotta see how it stacks next to the previous one. I'm driving a Napa Auto Parts truck, and I've got the O'Reilly's jingle stuck in my head. How does that work? I think we'll just drop it down right beside the other one. What do you guys think? We're going to return the big bastard here to our inventory. Holy hell. Look at that size difference. Oh, it's like when I traded my Colorado for my F-250. That's fun. Okay, I can't wait to use this. I mean, they're pretty much the same truck, just way bigger. Way bigger. All right. Well, that's exciting. So we'll play with the big toys here on the next episode. I think I will also work on, and I may record this, but I'm definitely going to finish this road. I need to get this road level, smooth. I would like to pave it, honestly, at least from, say, this little turnout here. Once I clear out more of this area, smooth it out, make it look better. I would like to pave all of it, which means we're going to have to find more coal relatively near the base. I think there's this patch around the other side, like right there. See if there's any coal nearby. We'll put an asphalt plant on it, so we can pave, and then we will, yeah, make a nice smooth road for our dump trucks. That's going to be exciting. And I think it won't be the next episode, but it will be in 2 or 3 episodes, maybe 4, depending on the plan here. We're going to have to change this entire concept because it's not going to do if we start finding other resources we're looking for. So anyway, thank you all for joining me. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.